Hey everybody, welcome to Math Made Easy by Planet Spark. My name is Nidhi and I am back with the next concept here. So last time हम discuss कर रहे थे the chapter surface areas and volumes. Right, all the ninth graders? Yes. Now we are doing the last topic of the chapter, that is combination and conversion of the solids, or we can say the 3D shapes. See, individually we have done so many shapes there, right? Sphere, hemisphere, cylinder, cone and etc. Right? Now we'll be doing the combinations of these shapes. Okay, so let's get started, everybody. Okay then, a combination or composite solid is formed by joining two or more basic shapes like cylinder, cone, sphere or hemisphere. Basically these all we have covered. Cubes and cuboids, बहुत ही easy everybody. Already you have done that. Okay, to find its total volume, what we have to do there? Yes, we have to break the figure into standard solids, apply the volume formula for each part and then just add the results. Right? अब individual parts की volume के लिए we should know the formulas for the volume of all of these. Right everybody? Let's quickly revise them. So for a cylinder, tell me, what is the volume? Quickly in the comments everybody. Yes? Volume of cylinder, that is pi r square h. Then that of a cone is 1/3 of the volume of cylinder. That's how you can remember it. So 1/3 pi r square h. Then we have sphere. Volume of sphere 4/3 pi r cube. And volume of hemisphere, just half of the volume of sphere, right everybody? So here 2/3 pi r cube. Okay, about cube and cuboid also, you all know. For cuboid, the volume is length into breadth into height. In cube, that becomes simply a cube, where a is the edge of the cube given there, right? Now that you know all the formulas, remember what we have already learnt about the units, everybody. Conversion agar kahin hai, so how are we going to do this, right? Let's say we have got the volume in centimeter cube. Right, in cubic units we will be getting the volume centimeter cube or meter cube. अब वहाँ से capacity की ओर अगर हम जाएं, that means we need it in liters, let's say. How do we do the conversion? In case of centimeter cube, if we are going to liters, what we do there? We divide by 1000. From meter cube to liters, if we have to go, we multiply by 1000. Okay, just remember that. Okay then, let's move ahead with this. Now, volume measures, we all know the space that is occupied by the 3D object and is expressed in cubic units. And what do we connect it with? Yes, everybody, the capacity of the containers in liters, as we just talked about here. Okay, and conversion, yes, 1 cubic centimeter equals to 1 milliliter. 1000 cubic centimeters equals to 1 liter. Okay. Capacity problems are solved by calculating volume first and then converting into milliliters or liters depending on the context as it's being asked in the question, right? So only these basic things are there which you have to remember and this chapter becomes very easy, right? So सबसे easy चीज़ क्या है? Make a formula sheet, everybody. Okay, very important for this chapter. Formula sheet, right? Put the shapes here, whatever the shapes are there. Then put their surface areas and volumes, and wherever you are studying, just paste it there. Okay, have a quick glance at it as you are crossing it or when you are starting to study there on the table, and you'll easily remember all the formulas there, right? जितनी बार हम देखेंगे याद होगा, right? Put all the shapes there one by one. Okay, and then put the formulas there, or any other important thing that you know about that okay, in this case I might need to do the conversion, so wahan pe add that formula, just the little things there, so that quickly in seconds you can revise this chapter. Okay, let's get started with the questions, everybody. A cone is mounted on a cylindrical base. ठीक है, दो shapes हमें मिल गई हैं in the first line of the question. Then what is given? The height of the cone is 12 centimeter. The radius of the base is 3.5 centimeter and height of the cylinder is 10 centimeter. Find the total volume of the solid. Again, understanding part हम यहाँ करेंगे, calculation part आप वहाँ करेंगे, and you'll be telling me the answer in the comments there. Okay, let's get started then. So, cone is mounted on the cylindrical base. Base क्या है हमारा? Base is a cylinder. Okay then, and on that a cone is mounted. So I can say these faces, the circular face will be coinciding, exactly same shape होगी so that उसके ऊपर हम mount करें उसे, right? Then this radius is given to us, this height is given, and this height is also given. So what are these? Let's quickly mark them there. Okay, height of the cone is 12 centimeter. Okay, this is given to be 12 centimeter. Then the radius of the base is 3.5. This radius is what? 3.5. That is the radius for the circular base of cylinder as well. Right everyone? Then the height of the cylinder is given to be 10 centimeter. This is 10 centimeter. Chalo ji. Do we need anything else? No. Sab hame given hai. So now we just have to apply the formula and substitute the values there. Okay. So let's do that. So volume of solid. The given solid, that is what? Volume of cone plus the volume of cylinder. Right everybody? What is the volume of cone? 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay. And volume of cylinder? 1 by 3 pi. Radius is same, so I am keeping it small r and capital H. Its height, we can say alag-alag values hai na? So let's take small h and capital H there. Now we just have to substitute the values here and we'll have our answer. So let's do that. 1 by 3. About pi, is anything given? No. So I can take 22 by 7. Okay ji, 22 by 7. R square, 3.5 whole square into the radius, that is 12. Right? Plus that of cylinder, that is, okay, it's not 1 by 3, simply pi r square h. 22 by 7 into radius square, that is 3.5 whole square into height, which is 10. Now you just have to simplify it. Right. 22 by 7 हमने क्यों लिया? Because radius is 3.5. 35 by 10. Right. Then 7 से we can cancel it out. So if you see something like this, then take the value accordingly. अगर कुछ और value होती, so we could have taken pi as 3.14 as well. Right. गलत कोई भी आंसर नहीं होगा. Approximately same values मिलेंगी हमें दोनों जगह. Okay. Remember that. Okay. Then now you can start solving it. 3 into 4. So this 7 1 gets cancelled out with one of them. So you can get here 3.5 into 0.5. Right? Same thing you can do here. Just remove the decimals, multiply them, and in the denominators, don't cancel out all the tens there, right? Just cancel out this one, then the rest of the zeros we can use there to put the decimals there. Okay, so final answer हमारे पास आएगा everybody 538.51 centimeter cube. That is the volume of the given solid there. Okay, let's move to the next question with that. A vessel is made by hollowing out a hemisphere from the top of a cylinder. The radius is 7 centimeter and the height of the cylinder is 10 centimeter. Find the volume of the remaining solid. So what are we doing here? Let's try to understand. क्या है हमारे पास? एक cylinder, right? From the top of that cylinder, we have carved out a hemisphere. ये किया ना हमने? From here, let's say, this hemispherical part I have taken out. So what am I left with? I am left with this part here. Right everybody? And I have to find the volume of this. So क्या करेंगे? In this case, will we be adding two solids there or will we be subtracting? Tell me in the comments. Yes, subtract करेंगे from the volume of the cylinder. क्या subtract करेंगे? The volume of this hemisphere. Right? Then only we will be having the volume of the solid that is remaining there. So let's start with that everybody. Let me just remove this and put all the values there. Circular face same है दोनों का. Right everyone? Okay then. And what all is given? The radius is 7 centimeter. Okay, so till here is also the radius, that is 7 centimeter, right? Then the height of the cylinder is 10 centimeter. Okay, this height is 10 centimeter. So let's find the volume of remaining solid. That will be given by, yes everybody, volume of cylinder minus the volume of hemisphere. Right? Now we just have to substitute the values there, use the formula and do the calculations. So let's do this. Volume of a cylinder, that is pi r square h, minus the volume of hemisphere. Quickly the formula in the comments everybody. Yes, what is that? 2 by 3 pi r cube. अब क्या करेंगे? बस value substitute करेंगे. So let's do that. 22 by 7 into radius is 7. So 7 square into the height, that is 10, right? Minus 2 by 3 into 22 by 7 into radius cube. 7 into 7 into 7, right? 8 7 cancel out. Here also. And 3 we can't cancel out. So we'll be getting here 1540 minus. This will be 44 into 49 by 3, right? Yeah, in decimals we'll be getting it, then we just have to subtract it और हमारे पास आ जाएगा हमारा answer, that will be 820.27 centimeter cube. Okay everybody, yeah, units are centimeter, so volume होगी in centimeter cube of the remaining solid, right? Easy question. So सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे? Whenever the question is given, draw the figure first. Try to imagine what is given there. Okay, this is the shape, if it's mounted or joined with the other shape or carved the other shape from there. So addition or subtraction karna hai, that would be clear from the figure. Okay, then we just have to use the formula and do the calculations. Okay, let's see the next question then. A toy is made by mounting a hemisphere on a cylindrical base. Okay, now on the cylindrical base, hemisphere is mounted over there. Okay. Radius हमें given है 3.5 centimeter and height of the cylinder is 10 centimeter. Find the total volume of the toy. Okay, then let's get started. So we have a cylinder. On the cylinder we have hemisphere there. Okay, like this. This is how the toy looks like. Okay. So, or let me just make it here, like this. Okay, and on that we can have a hemisphere mounted on it. Then the values are given. What is the value? Radius is 3.5, right? And height of the cylinder is 10 centimeter. So this height is 10 centimeter. Now we have to find the total volume there, everybody. Okay, so let's do that. Volume of the toy, that will be equal to volume of hemisphere plus the volume of cylinder. Right everybody? Quickly tell me the formulas for the volumes of hemisphere and cylinder in the comments down below. Done? Okay then. So for hemisphere this is 2 by 3 pi r cube plus the volume of cylinder pi r square h. Let's just substitute the values and we will have our answer. 2 by 3 into 22 by 7, radius is 3.5 plus 22 by 7. Why are we taking 22 by 7 and not 3.14 everybody? Quickly tell me in the comments. Yes, radius square into 10. Because radius की value हमारे पास ऐसी है that we can cancel out with 7. That's why. Okay, now just the calculation part, the easy part that I'm leaving for you. So tell me in the comments what is the answer there? Okay, cancel it out and you will be having the answer as 474.4 centimeter cube. Okay, everybody. Next question with that. A container has volume of 4600 centimeter cube. How many liters of milk can it hold? Okay, direct question hai, right? Combination of solids or any formula using is not there. We just have to use our common sense. Kya given hai? Ek container hai, no matter what the container is, 4600 centimeter cube uski volume hai. We have to find out how many liters of milk it can hold. That means in this volume, we can say what is the capacity in liters. So what we have to do is simple conversion. Remember the conversion from centimeter cube to liters, everybody. क्या करना है हमें? Simply divide by 1000. So 4600 upon 1000 liters, right? That is 4.6 liters of milk we can put in that container. Right, everybody? 4.6 liters. That's your answer. Next question then. A hemisphere is mounted on cylindrical base of radius 10.5 centimeter. Okay, similar kind of shapes again, right? We have cylinder and hemisphere. If the height of the cylinder is 20 centimeter, find the total volume of the solid toy. Okay then, क्या चाहिए हमें? For the hemisphere, what do we need, everybody? Yes, the radius that is given to us 10.5. Then for the cylinder, what do we need there? For that we need the height. Radius same hogi, right? For these two circular faces which are over each other, radius will be the same. And here this is 20 centimeter. Okay. ठीक है जी. Find करेंगे total volume. That is given by volume of hemisphere plus the volume of cylinder. Right? That is given by 2 by 3 pi r cube. So directly I am writing 22 by 7 into r cube 10.5 cube. Right? Plus the volume of cylinder, that is pi r square h. 22 by 7 into r square into the height, that is 20. Okay, simply do the calculations and you will have your answer. So what's the answer, everybody? Pause the video, do the calculations and quickly match it. Yes, you'll be getting 9347 centimeter cube. Okay, so that was all in this chapter, everybody. We have covered so many shapes, the surface areas and volumes of all of them, right? क्या क्या cover किया हमने? Cylinder, cone, sphere and hemisphere, and then the combinations there. So make the formula sheets and quickly revise there. Okay. And in case of combinations there, what we do there, everybody? Identify each part first, find the individual volumes and then add them or subtract them as given in the question, right? Mounting ka agar case hai, so we will be adding the volumes. If it's carved out, that volume is removed, so subtracting the volume, right? And we have to be careful about the units there and the conversions there. And for that we know 1 centimeter cube is 1 milliliter and 1000 centimeter cube is 1 liter there. So that's it, everybody. Go through this chapter again, do all the questions, and if you have any doubt or any question there, tell me in the comments and I will pin the solution there. See you the next time, everybody.